House of Representatives suspend Senate bills over delay of House proposals. On the foreign scene, U.S. music mogul Diddy cleared of racketeering and sex trafficking. I'm Sam Chinedu, and the news continues after the break.
Hello, Port Harcourt. Are you looking for a place to learn and trade Forex? Do you know you can earn more than you pay trading Forex? GB Connect Forex Academy has come to teach you the main deal on the Forex market. The GB Connect Group is running a promo package with over 75% discount. We provide Forex basics and advanced training, including Forex mentorship. Hurry now while offer lasts. Address, Bellcrest Plaza, East West Road, off Obirikwere, Rumosi. Call us on 0703 805 1955.
Welcome back. The 48-hour ultimatum given by the House of Representatives to the Rivers State Sole Administrator, retired Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas, to submit the breakdown of major items in the state's 2025 budget elapses today. The chairman of the Ad hoc Committee on Rivers State Emergency Rule, Julius Ihonwere, issued the ultimatum on Monday at the budget defense session in Abuja. The House was particularly concerned about the allocation of 24 billion naira for CCTV cameras to be installed in the state government house and demanded for the breakdown. It also queried the allocation of 30 billion naira for the purchase of gunboats and 23 billion naira for contingency reserves, requesting for justification of the allocation. It also asked for details of transfers to local governments. Reacting to this, a reliable source tells our correspondent that the 24 billion naira allocated for CCTV installation is not just for the government house, but for strategic locations across Port Harcourt and its environs. He said the control room for the CCTV is to be housed within the government house and monitored by security personnel. The source also defended the 30 billion naira budgeted for gunboats, saying the investment in CCTV will not be ineffective without security equipment for ground operations and to improve waterway security. He expressed surprise that the House of Representatives Ad hoc Committee chose to go public about the issue rather than invite them. The source said the administrator will honor the invitation of the lawmakers before Friday. But a security expert, Stanley Nsofo, says it will be an afterthought if the government now claims the CCTV cameras are meant for Port Harcourt and surrounding areas, and not just the government house. Nsofo told our correspondents that the sudden change in explanation may be due to public criticism. For the CCTV project as outrageous and questioned why new gunboats are needed when previous administrations already bought some. Moving on, the House of Representatives today stepped down all bills transmitted from the Senate for concurrence. It follows what lawmakers described as consistent disregard by the Red Chamber for over 140 House-originated bills awaiting Senate action. Minority Leader Kingsley Chinda, in response to a Senate bill, frowned at the uncooperative disposition of the Senate towards bills transmitted by the House for concurrence, saying the Green Chambers do not get the same treatment at the Senate. He was supported by another Rivers lawmaker, Awaji Inyombek Abiante, who said he has two bills that have been in the Senate since early 2024, which have not been listed for concurrence. In another development, the ADC National Chairman, Ralph Nwosu, says the executives of the party under his leadership have decided to resign and support its interim leadership led by former Senate President David Mark. Nwosu spoke in Abuja today at the unveiling of the ADC as the coalition party ahead of the 2027 elections. Today, former Rivers State Governor Chibuike Amechi was among other opposition coalition members under the auspices of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, who gathered at the Yardua Center in Abuja for a meeting Others at the meeting are the 2023 PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar, his Labour Party counterpart Peter Obi, and a former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, among several other politicians from the PDP, Social Democratic Party SDP, and the Labour Party. Meanwhile, a professor of political science at the University of Port Harcourt, Omenihu Nwogu, says the ongoing coalition is made of political elites who still want to grab power. Professor Nwogu said this in an interview with our correspondent Soibi Oruwari while reacting to the coalition's decision to adopt the ADC as their platform to challenge the ruling party in 2027. On his part, an Abuja-based analyst, Festus Ojo, said the coalition is not a threat to the APC, but a major setback for the PDP in their push for power. On her part, the executive director of the Center for Transparency, Advocacy, Faith Nwadishi, said what concerns citizens is the integrity and true intentions of the coalition members and not their party affiliation. Still on this, PDP chieftain Dr. Chidi Lloyd questioned the sincerity of those behind the newly formed ADC by the opposition coalition group. Lloyd, who is also a former chairman of Emoha local government area, tells correspondent Emeka Otuka that he doubts if the group has any genuine plans for Nigeria's development. He challenged them to present their blueprints from when they held power, saying their motive is to return to power. Lloyd also said that the President Bola Tinubu's administration has initiated several reforms to tackle the country's economic challenges, noting that the prices of goods and services are gradually reducing. Still to come, Port Harcourt residents react to reports ranking Rivers highest in gang violence. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Some residents of Port Harcourt are reacting to a recent report by SBM Intelligence, which ranks Rivers State as recording the highest number of deaths from gang violence in Nigeria. Speaking in an interview with our correspondent, some disagreed with the findings, saying the state has significantly declined in cult-related violence in recent years compared to 2003 and 2019. Others questioned the report's focus, insisting that attention should instead be directed at states like Benue, where killings have been persistent.
We are talking of autism. What about men that are killing in Benue State? They are killing everywhere. They are talking of that place. People are not talking about it. From 2020, there has been relative peace in all the communities. There have not been any fraternity like and all that. Now we can move around. Don't say we can move around. You can't hold your phone and move around you. That was then. 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, down to 2019. It was hell.
When Rivers State was doing killing of the teens, it was then. There's nothing like that. The report is not true. From 2020 to 2025, Rivers State is calm now. Except this recent administration. Apart from that, I've not heard anything again.
Headline news to be about the FBN activities.
The Rivers State Police Command says it has arrested 2 suspects in connection to last Saturday's attack on Christian Benjamin, Ediegene, Chairman of Community Development Committee, CDC of Okana in Abua Central, Abua Odua local government area of Rivers State. Public Relations Officer of the command, SP Grace Ringekoko, told our correspondents that the suspects were arrested by operatives of Ayama Police Division in Abua Central and transferred to State Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department, SCIID, Port Harcourt for discreet investigation. SP Ringekoko, however, did not disclose the identities of the suspects. Earlier, the victim, Christian Benjamin, who shared his ordeal with correspondent Emeka Otuka, appealed to the police to ensure that justice is served on the matter.
7 a.m. That's 29th of June. I was going to my group of boys, ambushed me, hit me on the head, on the shoulder, and on the head. It was when they left. I thought I went to the main road because it was very close to the road. So my community people came, took me to the police station. For now, I'm demanding for justice. I don't know. They say they arrested some of them.
Away from that, some environmental activists agree that pipeline vandalism has reduced in recent times across the Niger Delta region. The executive director of Youth and Environment Advocacy Center, Fineface Dumna Mene, tells correspondent Soebi Wari that the drop in vandalism is partly due to the recruitment of surveillance guards to protect oil facilities. He, however, said the theft of crude oil by powerful individuals has not reduced.
And we've actually seen some form of reduction, except those who are out to vandalize the pipeline just to score some cheap political points. Otherwise, generally, there has been a reduction, pipeline vandalism, crude oil thefts in the Niger Delta. But what we still have majorly going on is illegal bunkering, which is the business of the big boys, those outside the country that collaborate with them to steal Nigeria crude oil, bunker it, and take abroad without, the knowledge of some persons within the system. Even as we know that there are local collaborators that collaborate with these international syndicates to steal crude oil from Nigeria.
Also, the executive director of We the People, Ken Henshaw, agreed that pipeline vandalism has gone down, but he noted that the federal government's interest in protecting pipelines is driven more by economic reasons than concern for the region.
That the problem of pipeline vandalism may have reduced, but it's still in existence. That much I know. The federal government of Nigeria has paid private security personnel, contractors, to protect the pipelines in the Niger Delta region. And that's good, right? But the federal government's interest only in the protection of the oil pipeline so that the economic benefits can keep accruing. And so the interest of the government is to stop pipeline breakage by third party that disrupt oil production and oil flow. That's the interest of the government.
On the international scene, U.S. music mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been found not guilty of racketeering and sex trafficking of his former partner Cassandra Ventura, another woman referred to as Jane. He was, however, found guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution related to both women. The trial heard from 34 witnesses over nearly 2 months, including former girlfriends, former employees of Combs, male escorts, and federal agents. He denied all charges. On the news this evening, you heard a source has defended the CCTV and gunboats allocation in the 2025 Rivers budget as a House of Reps ultimatum elapses today. A former Rivers Governor Amechi and others attended coalition talks in Abuja. ADC executives have resigned and have handed over to the new opposition coalition members. The House of Representatives today halted Senate bills over ignored concurrence. And on the foreign scene, U.S. music mogul Diddy has been cleared of racketeering and sex trafficking. The news was edited by Martha Okere. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Sam Chinedu. Thanks for listening.